Oh my god. I felt so many emotions at once. Best thing I've ever seen. Ever.
Really? Oh my god.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Oh lord.
I was looking out for like any mistakes, but I want any mistakes.
Really?
I think the only mistake was the music loud at one point.
But
like
which bit?
that-
Because I can change that for when I read it tonight.
I think it was the animation. I don't know which animation bit it was, but it just got really loud when they started talking.
Oh, do you mean when it was Jake and Warden?
Yeah, I really love the animation. The animation definitely became to life, like with the Minecraft. But I like how you mixed with like normal Minecraft body acting with animation kind of thing. That was really nice. Yeah, it was like a really smooth transition. Jesus Christ, I thought Jake died. I was like, oh, that's the end of Jake. Oh my god. End of the series there. Main character dies. And then it switched it around with Derek dying. But I understood why Derek did it. I understood, like, obviously you lost so many lives. When I saw Declan, I thought, oh, we did die in the treehouse. He escaped somehow. But then I saw Shay and Beth, and I was like, oh, no, he's just talking to the
Yeah.
he's hallucinating.
It's not real.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really loved it, and I'm so sad that it's finished.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize Derek was gonna die. That was a shock to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think Derek was gonna die.
I don't think anyone's expecting that later on. Apart from
Not even Lewis.
Lewis don't even know that he dies. He has no clue. He has no idea from what I last heard. He might have like gone and reread like scripts and like found out or something, but he has no idea.
Even though I'm not a big fan of Jake and April.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I'm not gonna lie, same. I
don't know what. I just felt like that was so
unneeded.
not needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
I look back when I'm watching back this series. I've looked back and gone, yeah, I really like didn't build up their like relationship at all. If anything, it started off with a great build up. The first episode was like a wow, and then as it went on, it just kind of got more dead and dead and dead. So, you know,
yeah, halfway through production, we kind of forgot that April existed as well.
yeah, exactly. So
we were just doing the Jake and Zoe shit.
Yeah.
No, we literally, like, Louis even said to me, oh shit, April.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, and it goes to show, like, I mean, I could have not included that scene, but at the same time, like, we would have started building something up in episode 1 for nothing. So, you know, I kind of had to... Like,
yeah, but I also feel like, we were talking about it, and we said, like, Jake and Zoe are a lot better, but Zoe hasn't got much of a character other than... like the voice changing, the accents.
Maybe a side story.
You never know. I mean, I'm not making any more, so if anyone wants to make any more, then they can go for it. But if I could, I would have gone back and like I would have made Zoe like just have the same voice, the same accent the whole way through. Personally,
yeah, that's something you said yesterday.
I would have kept it at that normal American accent at the start, but. Again, we're here now, so we can't go back and change it.
Another thing is, and I know why you did this, but like it's also one of my personal little nitpicks is, but I'm not going to be like very hypocritical because I remember I said like I don't like when people give critique and then don't explain how it could be done better.
Yeah.
And just give a critique. So I can explain. But in the scene where Declan, Beth, and all these dead people, you know, come to talk to Derek after Jake's just been like I only realised this halfway through, which means that it wasn't that noticeable, but I only realised this halfway through. I was like, there's toilets behind Declan, and then I realised, oh, they're in an apartment. Oh, and then it just like took me out of the atmosphere a little bit.
Right.
A way that this could have been, because I get Derek was going there for cover, right? So like, but like when Declan appeared or something, it could have been like he was transported, like in his head, he was transported back through time, or like something, or like there was a different like background that sort of like changed. It was more mystical or something.
Like in a dream.
Yeah, like it, like yeah, like it was like some vision, like so it would make it look more like a vision.
Yeah. We could have done
yeah.
that, yeah.
I do want to say this episode was the best. I didn't expect anything less. You know, I didn't expect anything less. This was more than I expected as well. I didn't realize there was going to be 2 chunks of animation. I thought it was going to be all at once.
Yeah.
Same.
But like even with the first bit, I wasn't like that was it. I was like, whoa, that was great. And then when the next bit of animation came, I was like, oh my god,
there's more.
especially the transition where he just goes, someone deserves it more. Like, whoa, that was so
like,
fast.
So
I was like,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a good fast.
That's
it was like a good fast where you know it's going to hit people.
That's why I'm so glad MC took his time on this, because he managed to get all the transitions pretty like on point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really proud of MC, and I can't thank him more than ever for what he's done. Yeah.
Yeah, that was honestly, I felt really I didn't cry, but like I felt really teary-eyed when you know, when they were like sending Derek off in the boat.
Yeah.
Because I was like thinking everybody around him has died, and now like he gets to be with them again. You know? I was about to like start tearing up, and then that Bradley bit came.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wanted it because most of my like projects have ended on real sad notes, and I knew from the start I wanted this one to start as if it's sad, but then become happy.
I'm not gonna say 11 just because maybe we should reserve that for something for your future projects.
Oh.
But because I'm reserving 11 for that, then this is obviously 10. Like, it's incredible. It's not just the animation. It's well done. It was perfectly paced. It was like really good feels, epic action, nice mix of the two, great ending. I literally just saw one of my favorite shows, The Owl House. I saw its like real ending, season 3, a few days ago.
Yes.
Like, and this just gave me total flashback to that, because I was just like, it's perfect. Like, all the characters are there, everything. And I don't want to spoil Owl House if anybody didn't see it, but like, and for this Warden, all the characters are there. You've got the timelines line up. Like, you go back. One of my favorite parts is just that you end like with a lot of the modern characters in Camelot. That's great. It just feels good. I mean, maybe because I was involved in the project, you know, I'm biased, but like, it does just feel good though. Like, it's a great ending.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I will, just to be critical about one thing.
Go for it.
The music did get a little loud at one point, but that's also only once, and it wasn't so much the music as when Alice came on, she was just a little quiet.
Right.
It was more probably voice acting volume, I think, than music this time. So yeah, I pretty much nailed that too.
Towards the beginning it was like really fast paced, but for that moment it works, you know. And then towards the end it started slowing down just a little bit, and I felt that was a good, you know, that was a good pacing change. Other than that, I feel like this time around the music was still a bit loud, but honestly, I'm okay with that because you can actually hear the voice actor speaking, which is good, you know.
Yeah.
Except Alice, you know, Nat has a tendency of quiet voices, like you said.
Yeah.
Other than that, dude, damn, bro, fucking MC's animations went hard, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
I'm glad to hear that.
That one bit where the Warden just fucking flung Jake. That bit was funny, and also I feel like the way you voice acted was very appropriate. That was it was a good scene. It was a good scene. Also, the Warden just fucking lunging, yelling like that. That is top 5 voice acting screams in my book right there. When he fucking lunged at him, that shit went hard. 10. I'm gonna give it 10.
Oh,
yeah, I've been a little harsh. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh, let's go. Thank you.
Holy shit! Like, that was amazing. And voice acting was on point. You know, there was that little audio mishap just with Alice's character just being a little bit more quiet, but besides that, no problems. None.
my god, just my emotions just went everywhere. I was happy. I was just awestruck. Just the quality. Oh my god. It's fun to see from seeing how Herobrine was to see the end, to see how far that the production value has come along, but B, just how far the story has just come along.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely insane, and my god, like I've seen so many YouTube made series out on the internet, and I don't know many that has actually had an ending that I'm so unbelievably happy about, and one that I actually makes sense.
This is the thing. Sorry to interrupt, but when I used to do voice acting, I will get back into it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But when I used to do it, every project that I was ever a part never ever finished. It either never got finished or it never even started. And I knew for a fact when I started making Herobrine movie, and when Herobrine movie actually started doing really well, I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to let anything get in the way of stopping that from happening, and that's why we're here today, and that's why I hope it inspires you guys to think about your own stuff that you make and everything, and just remember never give up, because no matter how hard it will get, if you keep on going and keep doing it, you will get there in the end. And yeah. But sorry, carry on. I kind of...
No, it's okay. But my god, there's so many series I've seen, and I'm just like, what the hell is this ending? But this ending, it had that, an actual, stuff that you see on modern day television. Like an actual ending. One that's making you happy, one that's making you sad, one that's, throws you off guard. This, if I'm being completely honest here, this should be on TV.
Oh.
This story, I'm just saying, this was phenomenal.
Hey, Netflix! Netflix! Are you watching?
Netflix.
Are you watching, bro?
You don't know shit. You don't know shit. Netflix. You don't know shit. Put the shit on.
But my god, it's just... And then, the animation, there was parts where it almost reminded me of, Minecraft story mode, that kind of vibe, in terms of, the combat. That's what it reminded me of, in a good way. Not in a bad way, in a good way.
Well done, MC.
But, But, even so, this is technically an illegal rating. I'm giving this a 20 out of 10.
Oh!
Just wait till you hear my rating.
Oh
god. Oh, god.
Oh. Let's give it
I'm giving this a 20 out of 10. favorite series on YouTube. That's gotta be my favorite. Top favorite.
Damn.
And I've seen stuff.
Thank you. Jeez. What I will say just before we move on to Rin. Shit, hang on, brain fart. Hang on.
Take your time.
I'll remember it. This is it, that's it. Do you want to know something really funny?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis had zero idea that he died. When he watched it earlier, he was like, wait, what? He had no idea that he died in the episode. And that's because I made it so secretive to all of you. And I did that so well that even Lewis had no clue that his character died.
You're like, wait, it's not naked. I feel like I'm being really harsh because I listened to the other three's rating.
Yeah.
I would have to go with 9 out of 10.
Fair enough.
That it doesn't seem harsh in retrospect, but they're all giving 20s and 10s.
Oh no!
And
if I'm being honest, Rin, on all the other episodes, it's been 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. It's been all sorts of things. So we've never had a 10, so that's why it's like a wall. But yeah, that's complete fun.
So for just this, I felt like... And we had talked about this, actually. You introduced quite a few characters near the end. Not introduced, but brought some back.
Yeah.
And then you basically don't see them again. There was one bit I saw,
I don't know if this was exactly in this episode, but I thought it might have been explained. When they're all being delegated to their separate tasks, like blowing up the ship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hannah and her wife, not wife, are not actually given a task to do anything.
Oh,
so this
really?
entire time, I'm like, where on earth have they gone? And then they come through the portal, and I'm like, okay, I guess they went back through the portal?
Yeah, I
had no
completely
clue where they
forgot about
went.
that. I forgot about that.
Well,
Shit.
Hannah's my character, so of course I'm gonna notice it.
I know what happened. Maybe Hannah went into the gateway and went looking for a different multiverse to find their cow.
That's where she went. She
There
was
we
like,
go.
I'm gonna go find my cow. Because my cow was unfairly murdered in the first movie at
Yeah.
the very beginning.
So, from this episode, I wanted one thing and I got that one thing. Declan coming back.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy. I'm
Yes.
happy.
Declan was
That's the one
your
thing I
favourite
wanted.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, he still is. He still is.
Let's go.
I think it was really well done. I think it was really well written, and I guess I'll also go for a 9 out of 10 because I'm a very technical person, and I'm very much into the balance. So if it doesn't really work, I'm kind of irked about that. No, I'm sorry. It's like nothing against it, but it's just that
Yeah, no, it's fine.
the volume, like the volume settings, like sometimes the music was too loud, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's an audio mix. And there were times where I was thinking that the body acting could have been. I know it's Minecraft. You can't do much with Minecraft,
Yeah.
but there were times where it was a really awkward standstill moment of quietness, and I'm just like, this is awkward. But those are only a little bit of times, and those are mainly in the other episodes, so that's just a nitpicky thing on my part.
Yeah.
I really think it was really well written though, and I really enjoyed it to the very end. It like hit all the feelings inside of me, and like that's
Aw.
what I look for in stories. So
Mm.
yeah, 9 out of 10.
Oh, thank you.
I thought it was amazing. I thought, okay, I'm gonna compliment the animation first of all because
Ooh.
that show was crazy.
Thank you.
And animation was actually pretty good. It was executed really well. Yeah, I remember. Let's see. I think Aquashiva and Blackstar said something about the music being too loud towards the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely noticed that. I couldn't really hear the characters. And I think maybe I thought that was maybe because of my headphones, because I got new headphones that are like have like I don't know, more bass, I think. But I guess
Yeah.
and I don't know. But yeah. So I thought that was the music was a little loud. Yeah. I thought whenever Derek was, whenever he got knocked into the building, or I guess was he knocked into the building? I don't.
I think it was there. Like you on about when
Yeah.
like all the ghosts were there at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that part was pretty cool. I know I've definitely seen that's how do I say this? It's I forgot the term for it, but it happens quite a bit in storytelling, I guess. Something like that.
Mm.
Usually that's annoying to me, but I kind of like it here.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like to hear though. So
Yeah.
that's, I can forgive it in this type of story.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I've got to ask.
I
Sorry,
really enjoyed it.
I've got to ask. Are you sad that Blackstar didn't take an L in this one?
Yeah,
Oh.
like I'm actually
Bitch ass boy, I'm beating your ass, bitch.
I can't believe Hank came back. I can't believe. A 9.5. I
Ooh.
really enjoyed it. 9.5 is
Thank
pretty
you.
high. It's a little bit
Yeah,
less.
you're
than
one-upping
10,
us.
but-
Fucking dare you!
Yeah.
About the episode as a whole, and I mean really the series as a whole. I really loved the story and the pacing and all the little things in between. And now I'm going to go off on my tangent.
Oh.
Louis, I'll just say I am really glad that you gave this opportunity to me to
Oh.
make as much animation as I did. Like, sure, it was time consuming,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, like, this is what I want to do,
Mm.
and this was a great experience for me.
Oh. Oh man.
Man, Brody's gonna hit me in the fucking feels,
Yeah,
man.
We all need to collectively send MC ice cream. Like,
Yeah, no,
just
Oh my
like,
god.
let's all just.
you want ice cream?
Oh my god, let's just send him that, man. You've treated this as if you like this was something you were making for yourself, and the fact that you've done that is absolutely like it means the world to me because this is this whole thing in a way in bits obviously. Hero Brian movie was obviously like an idea I had as a kid. I was literally in my Minecraft Pocket Edition world building a haunted mansion. I had an idea about writing a story about a load of like teenagers that go into a haunted house. Hero Brian happens to be in there and he kills all of them. And then I was going to make that into the new thing when I brought it back, and I was going to make sure every single character, including Derek, died in that in that film. But then obviously I changed it because everyone wanted there to be more, and I'm glad that you put the time into that. Animating is no joke. It is no joke.
Especially as a one-man team. It can take a long time.
And I respect that you put that effort in there, man. Like,
I love the face that Opal was making there. It was just. It was great.
Wait, what? You've been doing it to June?
My god. But yeah. Is that
But no, again, Louis, like I can't thank you enough for the opportunity itself.
Of course.
And I told you that I was gonna be very biased with my rating, but we're going for 100. We're going for 100 out of 10 here.
Let's go.
This was a thing that I witnessed and watched. Oh, do you want more?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yes. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be open and honest with y'all right now. I don't think this has ever come up in conversation, even with Louis. I know literally nothing Minecraft.
Oh my god, for real?
Literally.
I'm gonna be making like my own little personal like series review, and I'm gonna go over all the things that I would have done differently now compared to what I did at the time. And that reminds me, I was gonna talk about who I was going to make the Warden instead. I'm pretty sure Akrasheet wanted to know this yesterday.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to tell you guys before the episode because I thought, oh, it might just play on your minds of like, oh, it could have been this better than that, like while you're watching it. So I wanted to make sure I'd said it at the end. But originally, and this one's going to be like a big, like, oh no, you should have carried on with it. But originally, the Warden was going to be Declan, and
What?
the reason why is because I don't know if you guys remember in Hero Brian movie, but we never actually seen Declan die.
Built him a whole new treehouse. He better be dead.
Oh shit! Yeah. Forgot about that. No, but
I mentioned it like 7 times in the recording I did of my reaction.
Oh yes, I can't wait to see that. Thank you.
The fucking treehouse is still there.
Yeah, but what you call it? We never actually saw Declan burn to death, so I thought, oh, it would be really cool if we like went further into that. But then I was thinking to myself, there's no reason why Declan would like, why he would like go through all the trouble of being the Warden. I could never think of a reason why. Like maybe we could have made like a secret backstory that no one knew about or something, but we had nothing that we could have done it on. So I scrapped that idea. And then recently I thought about this and I was like, I think it's because Lumpy mentioned it and I was like, oh my god, that could have worked so well. I really wish that I thought of that now. Because then we were going to make Alice's dad, the Warden. But again, I just didn't think about it at the time. The reason why is because that one would have made so much sense.
Yeah, that was my favorite theory. Made a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I remember being in a VC with you and Lumpy. I think you two were like helping me build the SB11, and we were just talking
it was when
about
we were doing this shit.
We were talking about like who the Warden could be and everything. I mean, I knew who it was, but I was like talking to them with it, and I was like, the Warden doesn't know they're the Warden yet, by the way. And I think they were talking about how you guys thought it was going to be your character, And as we were having that conversation, I was like, bro, I should have thought of that. That would have been sick. Because there would have been, like, it would have been the perfect, like, reason. It would have made so much sense. And then the most recent one, I literally thought about this last week, and I was like, oh, that would have been even more of a plot twist. I was thinking of Olivia being the warden. Because you had Scott, who was always disappearing, so that kind of made sense for him. But you also had David, who, like, got caught by the guards, and then he wasn't killed, so you're thinking, oh, that's a bit sus in itself, because, you know, the warden would have just killed him or made him an amino ranger. But then there's Olivia, who's like on your side of the story trying to figure out, like, where Scott is. Imagine if it was just Olivia, and she just was doing it while they weren't there. And I was just thinking to myself, that could have been an even better twist. But here we are. I am happy with the decision I went with. I hope, like, a lot of you were as well. I think a lot of you were yesterday when we were talking about it. I think there was only one person I heard who wasn't quite, well, they didn't quite understand it, but yeah, I think we did it good. It's just I personally would have done it differently now compared to how I did do it when I wrote the script.
I had thought about what if you had killed April instead of Lucy, and Lucy didn't even have to be a character. Because, I mean, just in terms of, like, reducing the overall characters, I mean, I know that's bad for voice actors, but, like, just for the story. But as I was thinking about that, I went through this whole process, and I was like, no, because I was like, well, what if you killed them both? What if you did that? What if you did that? And really, I think you nailed it, because every death in this is really significant, and it's very short. You don't have time to build a lot of, like, rapport with all these different huge cast of characters. So I think that was really wise to focus it. You didn't waste any time. You could have just, you know, hammed it up, having people die left and right during this final battle. It would have sucked, because every little one of those would have just taken away from the impact of Jake and then Derek. Like, and it's more important that it hurts when it happens. That's the most important thing. And you nailed it every time. Like, when Lucy died, honestly, I didn't care about Lucy. But this is one thing I wanted to chide you about, too, because you dissed your own voice acting. And I was like, bullshit. Maybe you struggled with it, and maybe it was, like, you know, kind of frustrating. It sounded like, to get the volume and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually thought you, like, Jake and like, that was some of the best lines. Like, that was really powerful.
I think what it is because obviously, because I'm like, I am in acting in real life, I am constantly, like, you know, always, like, criticizing myself, and, like, I'm, like, seeing how I could get better and better. And because I recorded that a long time ago, I think I was just looking at it and going, bro, I know I can do so much better than this. And I was like, it was the mic that was the issue. It was definitely that bit when I was going, Lucy, like that. I hated it so much because every time I was doing it, it would just peak. My mic would peak. And if I wasn't... And then when I tried covering the mic up with stuff and everything, and then it just sounded muffled. And I couldn't get it. And then I came to my last resort of just doing the echo. And it's, in my opinion, it still sounded shit. And I just fucking hated, like... Because I knew, like... Because I, like, you know, I've mainly done theatre in my acting thing. People have seen me, like, full-on shout and, like, express my emotions and stuff. And it was really frustrating because I know I could do that, but the mic wasn't picking it up. So that's probably why I hated, like, my lines in that so much. And because I just know I could do much better than what everyone heard, basically.
It was just like, that's the point. Every death you had in this really mattered.
Yeah.
Even if the character wasn't, like, super precious, like Lucy, to me, take her or leave her. She could have been April. Like, it could have been the same person. It didn't really matter to me. But it still mattered, and that's just the only thing that matters. You didn't just throw deaths around or do it as a trope, you know, like the props to you. I think you listened to that feedback. You clearly followed your instincts at the time, like, in the moment making it, and to me, good job. Like, that was good.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm because that's what I was very, like, worried about. I was worried that people kind of thought, oh, you could have, like, killed off a few more characters or something, because, you know, as much as weird as it is to say, death, when you see death in films or, you know, shows, it actually, like, it's like you want to, like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I see a show and, like, there's no death at the end or something, I'm just like, I find myself disappointed because, like, I want to feel that emotion that you get. And, like, because I was, like, really going against the amount of deaths I would usually have, I was worried that, like, that was going to be a thing where people were looking at it and going, yeah, this ain't enough or something. And I'm glad that I got that just right and everything, and it will help me as well for my future projects. I'm not going to lie, making this film has taught me a lot, that I've had so much on my plate. I've wanted to release this for like nearly since August. I've literally, like, there's been weeks where I've literally been on a call to Ryan or, like, I don't know, or to Seven or Kiana, and I've literally been like, I just want to get this fucking done with, and, like, you know, like, screaming at the top of my lungs because of how long it was taking to come out. And you have no idea how like, it's like a massive fucking weight lifted off my shoulders now that this is released. And that's why I'm not going to do what I did last time and just get straight back into, like, making the next thing, because, you know,
you need a break.
Yeah, there is no way I'm having that many characters in my thing again. You have no idea. I had to cut certain ideas and storylines that would have worked even better, but I had to cut it just because of how many voice actors wanted to be in this. And that's why in the next project, I'm keeping it very limited main characters. And I'm also going to make sure I only cast people who are going to be, like, dead interested in it. Because that was a big thing for me as well. Because, like, towards Warden, obviously, because of how long it took, because of, you know, building the map and everything. We were doing the side stories at the same time. Obviously, as it happened with Hypecraft, it happens with pretty much anything. Eventually, people will start to move on and get uninterested. And that was probably one of the worst things for me, because obviously, you know, I was there working my ass off every day, all day, trying to make it all the time, and people were just kind of slowly getting more and more uninterested. And I was like, bro, like, this doesn't feel real. I just want to get this out of the way and move on to something where I know people will be interested. And I'm so glad that you've all, like, turned up. And I remember when we started doing episode 1 and that many people turned up in VC, you have no idea how, like, happy it made me feel. Because I thought I was only going to get about, like, 5 people. Or, like, you know, like, I thought Warden was only going to get, like, 40 views or something. And I know 100's not much, but it's way more than I thought I was going to get.
And 100 people walk into your room right now, you're going to freak out.
Yeah, exactly. That's why in the next project, I'm making it strict of 2 things. I'm only going to be casting people who are dead interested in it, who I know are going to want to be there till the end. And also, another thing I definitely want to work on of casting people who have good mic quality and everything and all of that. Because Warden and Herobrine movie was just like a way for me to, like, try and get a new start for people who who haven't really done voice acting or anything. I wanted everyone to have, like, a start of getting somewhere, because of how much, like, people get rejected on casting call. And I wanted to make sure that, you know, I wasn't the only person starting. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just going for people who had great mics. I wanted to, like, see if I could improve of other people's, like, voice acting as well. Like, I mean, if you look at, I'm going to call out Lewis on this because Lewis has brought it up the most out of anyone. And Lewis is the best, like, example of this. If you look at Lewis's lines in Herobrine movie, and then you look at this, you will see a big-ass difference. And that's why I'm so glad, because it's like because now Lewis is actually kind of, like, interested in acting in some way, because he was doing the voice acting and he got better and better, and he realised, whoa, this is actually kind of cool and stuff. And I'm glad that I was able to do that for some people, and I'm glad I've actually brought so many more people, like, higher up and brought the levels up for everyone. And that's why I feel like it's time for me to move on. You know, now that I've done that for a lot of people, it's time for me to actually move on and do something even more proper.